Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up the month of December in our planners. And I've got this Crayola Super Tip ready to go for some color. I've also got this water brush pen that I'll be using. This blending brush I recently picked up, as well as this splatter brush from Jim Holtz, and these sticker books which I'll pull from. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started by laying down some wax paper. I like to do that so that I can lay out all the stickers first, figure out where everything's going to go, and then I can place it on the sheet directly. For this month, I wanted to use up some of these Nutcracker stickers that have been in my stash for a while. They're in a variety of books. The Happy Year book, one of the Christmas Joy books. In the past I haven't used them because they are on a blue background, and if you follow my channel you know I'm not a big fan of when a background color is forced upon me. I tend to prefer to choose my own background color if I do decide, but this time around we're just going to go with it and try to work it into the design. So I'm just getting started by laying down some of the bigger pieces. I want to have this be a true Nutcracker theme, but I'm going to do a border basically around the edge of the spread. So I'm trying to place the bigger items first in strategic areas where they won't encroach too much upon the writing space I need in the middle. I use my monthly layouts for memory keeping. I basically just write in memory each day from my life, basically whatever's going on that day, to make it stand out from the day before. Very simple, very minimal, if you will. I don't do any stickers at this time. I just do black pen, and it works out really great for me. Helps to distinguish the days from each other, and I've been doing it all year, so this will be the last one of the year for me to fill out, and then I'll have that to look back on. I've placed a bunch of stickers already. I've thought I might use some of the smaller stickers that are on the clear background. There was one page of stickers that was just on a clear, and thought I might use those in the top boxes, empty boxes up there, but I think I'm going to wait on that because we have a lot going on here doing a border, and I don't want it to detract from, the main event, if you will, for the design, which is this border we're creating. So we'll focus on that first and then go back and fill it in if I feel like I want to add a little bit of something else. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to use a majority of these blue backed stickers. So I've already removed the backing from the sticker sheet and have started adding as many things as I can to the border. The technique I'm using as I place these items is to look for different colors and sizes and mix them up as I go around the spread. So I'm trying not to do anything that's too close in size right next to each other, too close in color. That's basically all I'm doing. Also trying again to be mindful of how much space I need to write, so trying to keep some of the smaller items on the edges where I know they're going to get close to the boxes where I write, and then some of the bigger items maybe at the top or in the sidebar. Kind of a funny fact about me, I grew up doing dance as my main hobby sport. So ballet, tap, I even did hula, jazz, modern, all the disciplines. And I've never seen the Nutcracker ballet in its full entirety. I mean, for as much ballet as I learned, I've never seen the Nutcracker ballet 100%. I watched bits and pieces of it on TV, but I've never actually watched it, which is kind of weird, actually. Yeah, just a odd little fact. But I really like this idea of doing a Nutcracker theme, and I have all of these great stickers to make that happen, so we'll hopefully come up with something cute and fun, and maybe this will be the year that I watch the Nutcracker. Do they still put it on TV? I don't know. I remember when I was a kid, they used to put it on broadcast television one afternoon, probably like a Saturday or a Sunday, maybe even on like PBS or something. I'll have to take a look out and see if I can find it somewhere. So I've exhausted a majority of those blue stickers in the smaller shapes. I'm only going to do one of those bigger shapes of the Nutcracker or the ballerinas or the Rat King there. The other ones I tried to use up all of the little smaller bits. And right now I'm looking for something for those middle boxes there at the top where there's no dates. I'm just trying to see maybe something a little bit more simple up there would be good, and a quote perhaps just to get things going. I've pulled out another book, the one from Amber Plans Her Day, and have just looked in there to see if I can find maybe a good quote that will work in this space. Kind of bring a little bit more color in as well, that's more holiday, Christmassy, but not be too overwhelming. And I really like this Comfort and Joy sticker, but I'm going to cut it up so that it fits the space a little bit better. Just kind of imagining it there. I think that'll look good. And then just seeing if there's anything else, but I think we're going to be good. So I'm going to go ahead and put back the ones that I know I'm not going to use and get things started on the actual spread. So the first thing I'm going to do is white out the lines at the bottom and across the top in those empty boxes. The reason that I'm doing this is so that when I lay over the items, they don't have a black line going through them. So I'm just going to kind of clean it up so that the border looks clean and doesn't have that extra line going through the back of the stickers since they're going to be clear. And I'm just trying to estimate too how far up they go so that I can make sure that there is no extra lines. And now we get started with the fun part, which is going to be the background. So I've just taken a Crayola marker just because it had the right color blue that I was looking for, and added a tiny bit of water to it, and I'm using my blender brush to make like a background color so that the stickers kind of blend into that blue tone. And I'm not using very much water, but it is a little bit wet, so the page is curling slightly. But it's really not that bad, and it dries almost immediately. But the page does kind of curl while I was doing it. If I had had a stamp ink that would work, I would have used that instead. But the best thing I had was this super tip pen, and it needed a little bit more water to kind of make it fluid and to be able to blend it in like I'm doing here. So the water was kind of a necessity, but overall it didn't really affect the usability of the page at all. It dried almost flat when I put it back into my planner, so if that's a concern of yours, the pages did pull up a little bit, but really it's nothing that would affect the spreads around it. Yeah, see, it's already dry, so I was able to kind of uncurl some of the areas and make it more even on the sides. So now here comes the fun part. I'm going to start moving over some of the stickers. I'm going to start with some of those items in the middle, I think, first, even though I've already placed one down on the edge there, but I think I want to get all of the stickers off of the center portions of the wax paper so that I can maybe do a roll-off technique for the stickers on the edges. And this just felt a little crooked, so I cut it up and made an adjustment. Moving on to the first set of stickers on the side border. Like I said, I'm going to do kind of a roll-off technique. I might be doing this in pieces because I will be using some of the extras to fill in the gaps I left. And just trimming out those pieces now and saving them, trying to see where they might fit in the border. And then some of these smaller ones, like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and hand place. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the top section. I'm going to do some of the trim out now so that I can reuse those pieces where they fit. And the roll-off technique, I've used it a lot in the past. It works the best when the stickers are overlapping each other, so it kind of makes one big glob of sticker. But it also works great too when you have a bunch of things in line and they're all kind of at the same level, if that makes sense, or like kind of straight across, where you can expose a bunch of the stickers at once and then lay them out. So that's kind of what I did on the border, and you'll see as I go through where it works best. Again, doing a lot of trimming first and saving those stickers so that I can fill in around the border as needed. As long as there's a significant piece that I'm trimming off that can be reused, I will try to reuse it somewhere else just to get the most out of those stickers. And getting started now on the bottom. I think I'm going to place again some of these by hand just to make sure that the placement's right. And trying to pull in some of those trim pieces. I really like that little drum, so I wanted to add that in there, but that means I'll have to make some adjustments. And again, replacing some items on this side. Really trying to make the most out of the trimmings. And we're moving on to this corner over here. Just trying to smooth out the paper so that I can get the alignment just right. And I'm going to use this guy up in the corner and bring up this Nutcracker guy. Try to give myself as much space below him as I can to fill in some of these gap areas. Again, going to do some trimming. It will be pretty hard to incorporate some of these larger pieces like the Nutcracker and the side of the ballerina, so I'll end up saving those for another spread. And I'm going to roll these guys off together. And again, try to move some pieces over bit by bit and save those trimmings. So I'm going to try to bring in the last of these trimmings that I have here. Trying to find good homes for things. Really liking how it's coming together. The blue is nice and subtle, almost like a soft gradient kind of bringing in, or a vignette around the month, which I think looks really, really good. I found that this works out better with lighter colors. I have used this technique on backgrounds before with clear stickers, and I did one in black. That was really hard to see the stickers once I placed on the background. So once I get this all finished here, we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch, and think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!